Welcome to one more session related to online examinations. I am going to present you a quick review of complete procedure to conduct online descriptive, that is subjective examination, starting from paper setting to declaration of results and sending the result to students by email through Google Classroom using Google Form option. I hope this will help you to convert your traditional pen and paper based exam in an online mode in seamless manner. So in this video, I am discussing about how to set a question paper in Google Classroom, how to conduct online examination through Google Form, how the students will submit their answer book, how to evaluate answer papers, how to tabulate the results, and finally, how to send the result to students through email automatically. So to explain all these steps, I have already typed a test paper in MS Word containing one descriptive question, one question with figure, and one question containing mathematical equation. So I will copy paste this paper in Google Form from this MS Word file, then upload this figure from a folder, and I will use one add-on to type these mathematical equations. So let us start with question paper setting. Since this is descriptive exam, I am making setting of question paper such that the student will be able to view only one question at a time, and the student has to solve it on paper and then upload its photo. After uploading of answer of first question, then only he will be able to view next question. So let us start. So you log in into your Google account or Gmail account using your credential and click on these 9 dots and search for Classroom. I have already created Google Classroom for my class. In case you are not aware of how to create Google Classroom, you may watch my video on Google Classroom. I am providing the link in the description box. So let us click on this classroom. You will get this page where you can see your classroom. If you want to create new classroom, you can click on this plus button and then create class and then follow the instruction given on the screen. So now I want to type my question paper. So click on this classroom, you will get this page. Then click on this code and share this code to your students through any platform like email, WhatsApp, etc. so that student can join your class. So to conduct the exam through Google Classroom, first of all you click on this classwork, create, and here you click on this quiz assignment, and here you type the course code, course name, and instruction which you want to pass on to your students. After that, you can change here marks. Maximum marks are 15, so I am writing here 15. You can write here due date. You can change this time. So tomorrow 12:30 p.m. is the due date for submitting this. It is like assignment. Okay. So first of all, I will add here title and instructions. Now here I have added the title, that is class test 2, course code, course name, and I am writing only one instruction because I am going to write the instruction on question paper directly. So here I have written, read the instruction on question paper carefully. So I have set the title, instructions, here maximum marks and due date and time. After that, you can click on this blank quiz. You will get this blank quiz page. The next few things are very important. Before you start creating your question paper in Google Form, first click on this setting icon. There are three types of setting here. The most important setting is quizzes. So click on quizzes. Here you have to check here whether this is on or not. Make this a quiz. After that, the most important setting in these quizzes is this: release grade immediately after each submission or later after manual review. Here by default, the grade release immediately. So for descriptive exam, you must switch this to later after manual review, because you have to first check the answers manually and then to release the score. There is one more reason for this, why to select this second option. In Google Classroom, you can conduct proctored exam also, and if you are using some add-ons to proctor your exam, then this will give you trust code sometimes after the completion of exam. Then you can view the report of the student, whether the student was looking at other screen or student was opening other tabs. So we want to review whole process, and we want to review the automated proctoring. So it also gives 4 to 5 images of the students during the exam, and it also records microphone or noise reported as well. If there is some noise, then it can report it, and therefore we want to release the score not immediately but later after manual review. If there are some MCQ type questions in question paper, then there is second important thing is to see that this option, that is correct answer, is unchecked. So these three settings are critical. One is make this a quiz. That is, if you don't check this, you cannot see the mark option in the form. So this must be on. Then this you have to check later after manual review, and uncheck these correct answers if there are MCQ questions. Then next is general setting. Click on this general. So here collect email addresses, keep as it is. Then you have to check this limit to one response. Then these last two options, edit after submit and see summary, this should be unchecked. After this, click on presentation, and then here you can write your confirmation message. So this is the confirmation message the student can see after submission of their paper. That is, answers have been submitted successfully. You will get result through email soon. Best wishes. Now here one more option is there to shuffle the question order. If you want to shuffle the question order, then check this box. But I don't want to shuffle the question order, so I will not click on this. So these are the three basic settings. You have to then save this. Now once you complete all the settings, you are ready to create your question paper. Now let us see how to create the question paper in Google Form. Now since I want to add some instruction for students, first of all, delete this and click on this section. add section. In add section, here at blank quiz, I will write class test 2. Then I will add here the course code CU 701 and the course name. Now to add the instruction, click on this T. You will get this. Then give some title here. So I have written instruction to students and I have added 4 instructions for the students. There are 3 questions in this test. The students are expected to upload PDF or JPEG of handwritten answers of each questions. Only one file per question. The students can view next question only after uploading of answer of current question. And it is not possible to review previous question once the answer is submitted. So these are the 4 instructions I want to pass on to my students. Now I have to collect the student ID and student's name. So for that, initially I want to add question. Here you click on short answer and here type student ID. Make it compulsory. Then again add question and here you can type student's name and make it required. So when student will start solving the paper, first of all, the student will see this first page containing name of the test, course code, course name. He has to enter the email address, student ID and student name. And then after submitting this, the student will go to next question, that is next section. So for that, we will add section here for first question. So add section. So this will appear in on next page. So I have to add some title for this section. So I am writing here question 1, answer the following. Now I will add the question. Click on this plus, add question, and then type your question here, which was a theoretical question, which I have said. So this is the question. Here, student will write this question and then upload the file. So here we have option of file upload. So click on this and then click on continue. Then you have here some options for file type, file size, etc. So click on this. You will get this page. Then click on PDF and image, or if you want to add whatever you want to add, document, spreadsheet, drawing, image, PDF. I am selecting PDF, image and drawing. Then maximum number of files the student can upload is 1 because I want only 1 file per question, and here you can select maximum file size. So I am selecting 10 MB only, and here then make it required and click on answer key, give the marks 5 marks and click on done. So this is how we can enter the descriptive question. Next, I want to add a question with figure. So on second page of question paper, the student can see only one question, that is question number 1. Once the student upload the file, then only he can see the next question. So for that, add section. Again here, I am duplicating the section. Therefore, you can see the same question here. Okay. On first page, the student can see this description. On second page, the student can see question number 1. Now for question number 2, I am adding one section here. So on this third page, add the title. And then now I want to upload one question with figure. So for that, first I will click on this plus. Then I will copy the question from my MS Word file. Copy like this. And then take it to your Google form and paste it. So you will get this. Now I want to upload the figure. So to upload the figure, click on this to add image. Then click on browse. Once you click on browse, then select the file containing the figure and then click on open. The file will be pasted in the paper. You can resize this if required. So this is how to insert the figure in question paper. So on third page, the student can see this question. Then the student will solve this question and then we have to select this file upload for answer. Again, click on this PDF, image or drawing and then maximum number of files 1 and size of the file. Make it required. Then here in answer key, give the marks and click on done. So this is how we can set the question with figure. Now to add third question with mathematical equation, click on add section so that it will appear on separate page. You will get this untitled section. Write some title here. Then click on this plus to add the question. And after this, you copy paste the question here from Word file. Remember that we can copy paste only the text, not the equation. So select the text, copy and then paste it into the Google form. After this, we want to add the equation. So for that, we have to install one add-on. So let us see how to install this add-on. To install the add-on, go to the top of this page and then click on these three dots. You can see here add-ons. So click on add-ons. You will get this page. Then click on search and type HYPATIA, Hypatia. So you will see this Hypatia create. Click on this. Then install this Hypatia. So follow the instructions on the screen and install this add-on, that is Hypatia, if you want to add the equations, or you can skip this step if you don't want to add the equation. Once you install the Hypatia, you can see here the symbol like this. If you click on this, you can see here Hypatia create. Click on this Hypatia create if you want to add the equation to your question. So if you click on this, you will get this fourth option. Click on first option. Now I want to add this mathematical equation in the form of matrix using Hypatia in Google form. So let us see how we can type this. Now once you click Hypatia, you will get this screen. So first I will click on this. I will select this bracket to write F is equal to. Then I want to add 2 by 2 matrix. For that you can click on these 9 dots, select these matrices and then gives row numbers and column number, how many rows you want and how many columns you want. I want 2 by 2 matrix, so I will write here 2 rows and 2 columns, insert, and then here you can type whatever you want. Now here I will type 4 by 3 EI. So this is in the form of ratio. So for that, click on this X square, click on this. It is just like typing in Word form, MS Word. So equations, if you use equation, so this is similar to that. 4 upon 3 EI. Then this is 2 upon 3 EI. Similarly, you can add other elements. Now, once you complete typing the equation, then click on this create link. You will get this link. Then click on this copy to clipboard automatically, or you can click on Control C. Then this we will paste here in the Google form. Then click on this image by URL, click on this and then paste, Control V or paste it. So you will get this. So you click on insert image. You will get this equation embedded in your question. After this, you make this question compulsory and here you select file upload option for submitting the answers. After that, as usual, you correct this. Maximum number of files 1 and maximum file size this. Answer key, give the marks and click on done. Once you set the question paper, then you review the question paper using this symbol. Click on this. You can see here how the student will get the question paper. So first of all, they have to write their email address and then student ID, student's name. Once they enter this, they will get the next page containing the question paper. So I will add here my details and then I will show you the next page. Now I have added my details. Now click on next. Unless you write all the questions marked by star, you cannot see the next page. So go to next page. The student can see this page and then the student will write the answer, take the photograph and then the student will add the file. So when the student will click on add the file, he has to select the file from his device and then he can upload that file. Like this, the student can solve all the 3 questions and upload the file. Now remember here that once the student will upload one file for one question, he will not be able to upload another file for same question. Now this completes the setting of question paper. Give the name of your file, give the name to your file. I will give here class test 2. This will appear in Google Classroom. So this is all about setting the question paper. Now how to conduct the exam. So once you complete typing your question paper and then go to your classroom, I have corrected the name of the test paper, that sample question paper for CT2. That name will appear here now. If you want to edit, you can edit it by clicking on this, and then you can edit that question paper. If you can add or delete whatever you want. So after you complete this, then click on save. Click on save here. Since I am editing this quiz, I am getting this option of save. But if you are typing for first time, you will get here option assign. So click on assign. So when you click on this assign, you will get the screen like this, where you can see the title of your test, class test 2, and due date. Now if you click on this stream, you can see here the quiz is now available to student, or test is available to the students. So suppose you want to float this test on required time. For that, you have to go to the form and then disable the responses. I will tell you how to do that. So for this, you have to go to your question paper, go to responses, and click here, accepting responses. So click here, not accepting responses. This test will not be available to student now. So before 5 minutes of your schedule time, you just click on this. So student can view the test now. So this is very essential before you start your test. First of all, you have to make it not accepting responses, and before schedule time for test, just 5 minutes before schedule time, you can click on this and you can make this test available to the students. Now suppose during the test you want to increase the time limit, then you go to edit and then give the time limit, change the time limit as per your requirement, so that student will get extra time, and save it. Now once you conduct the test and students submitted their answer paper, you can view here how many students have submitted so far the answer paper. So click on these responses and then click on individual. You will get the name of the students or email ID of the students who have submitted the responses. Now if you want to check the answer book, for that you can click on, this is just a sample test paper. So you can click on student ID or email ID, whatever you want. Now this is just to show you how you can check your answers. You select, first of all you have to click on individual, then select the email ID of the student. Then if you select one of the email ID, you can see the question paper, sorry, answer book of that student. For each of the question, you can see the PDF file uploaded by the student. So it is very convenient to check this paper. Just click on this. This is just a sample, not an actual paper, not actual answer book. So I have just uploaded one of the brochure of Government of Maharashtra. So you can view this answer of the student and then go to the answer book of the student, and whatever marks you want to give, you can allot the marks here to the students. And then after checking the paper, you can click on save. Once you save this, you can see the total marks for that student here, 12 out of 15. And after this, when you click on release score, the email will be directly sent to that candidate on whatever email ID the students had entered while writing the answer book. So automatically you don't have to do anything. The score will be released to the student and student can view his score. So I will show you how the student can see his score. So the student can see the email like this. Your score has been released for a sample question paper for City 2 and the score is 12 out of 15. And if the student click on this view, then he can also check what are the marks given by the teacher for each question, and the student can also check what the answer he has submitted during the exam. So detailed analysis is available with the student, so he can check his answer book. Now so far we have seen how to set the question paper, how to conduct the exam, and how to evaluate the answer papers. And also we have seen how to release the score to the students through email. Now last is how to tabulate the result. So for that you have to go to responses. So in responses you will get this symbol. Click on this to view response in sheet. So you will get Google Sheet containing all the responses by students and the record of all the students. So you will get this screen. On this screen you can see the email ID of the student, then what is the score obtained by the student, student's ID, student's name. Then you can see the detail of all the questions submitted by the student. If you click on any of these links, you can see what is the answer submitted by the student. So this is how we get the record, but we don't want the record in this form. So for that we will click on this file and then download Microsoft Excel. When you click on this will be downloaded like this, and then you can open this and then again edit this sheet. So I will show you. So this is downloaded in Excel format. I will delete these columns which are not required. And then I will rearrange this like this. So this is now the data available to me about student performance in class test 2. Then you can make the PDF of this record and you can also upload this on your Google Classroom for student reference. So in next video, I will present how to conduct proctor test through Google Classroom. I hope you will find this video useful to conduct online exam. Thank you.